Chronological Bible in a Year, Day 234. If you've been watching many of these videos, you've at some point heard me reference the analogy of the church being the bride of Christ. This part of Ezekiel is an amazing illustration. But here the analogy goes even further. God says he found Israel left in the field to die, born, unloved, uncared for, cast aside. A sad practice that unfortunately wasn't uncommon in this day. But rather than die in the elements, God says, I gave you life. Then as you grew and matured, I saw your beauty, but you were alone and naked and helpless. So I spread my garment over you, I wed you, I took you in, and then you had affair after affair after affair. We often see God call the nation a prostitute, but here he's like, it's even worse. You are a prostitute who paid your clients. And at one point I'm reading it and I'm like, this is the kind of line that gets books banned in Christian libraries. In verse 25, where he says, you built your elevated place, the head of every street. You turned your beauty into a detestable thing. You spread your legs to everyone who passed by and increased your prostitution. You engaged in promiscuous acts with Egyptian men, your well-endowed neighbors, and increased your prostitution to anger me. Wouldn't your Christian schools ban a book that spoke like this? But then at the end of chapter 16, he tells them, starting in verse 62, I will establish my covenant with you, and you will know that I am the Lord, so that when I make atonement for all you have done, you will remember and be ashamed. God's like, I'm not rejecting you because of your sin. I'm going to make an atonement. I would argue if we haven't studied Ezekiel 16, we're missing so much of the beauty that comes from the manger to the cross. We can't fully understand what Christ did if we don't fully understand what we did first. It's our sin that makes his sacrifice so impressive. And as I read this, I have to pause and think, when's the last time I spent any extended time just praying prayers of gratitude to God? When's the last time I set aside 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes just to praise God, to thank him for the mighty, wonderful things he has done and will do? Early on in this series, I would encourage people to play a game my family did growing up called I Thank God For. So today, let's do that. In the comments, say, I thank God for, and then just say one thing you're thankful for. It's been a while since we've done this. So let's thank God publicly today. Let's thank God prayerfully today. And let that become an overflow of our life. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next. But until then, God bless.